Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. 2 die in a plane crash. The F&M protesting against the Grand Bahama Power Company. And more reaction to the JCNP decision to have only one of the Valley Boy groups participate in Category A in Junkanoo. That's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Friday, September 13th, 2024. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Also this morning, we are going to get a preview of the City Challenge, the Chick Charney Challenge, City Run, that's coming up. And later in business, we are going to be talking with Carnival about their Celebration Key Job Fair. That's all ahead, but first, it's time for the Overnight, the latest breaking news from while you were sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, 2 people confirmed dead now and 4 others injured when the pilot of a Piper Aztec plane en route to Lynden Pinling International Airport encountered difficulties that led him to ditch the aircraft in waters about 8 miles west of New Providence. Confirmed now as the deceased 87-year-old Alan Russell and Emma McQueen. According to the Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority, preliminary information suggested that the aircraft left New Providence and headed to Andros, but the pilot turned back after being unable to land. It is soon to be determined the cause of the crash, but it's too early now. Authorities will investigate whether the inclement weather at the time was a factor. Emergency response protocols were initiated by the police force and the defense force in the U.S. Coast Guard. And according to a statement from the AAIA, maritime assets were able to locate and retrieve all 6 people. The Public Hospitals Authority said 4 individuals from the incident were assessed and treated and were in stable condition. Russell and McQueen died at the scene. North Andros and Barry Islands MP Leonardo Russell saying that he did not know McQueen well, but understood that she had been traveling for a funeral. Russell, a taxi driver from Low Sound, was a well-respected member of the community. According to Lightburn, he was a giant of a man well known in the community and much loved by everyone who came to contact with him. The F&M leading a protest in Freeport against the Grand Bahama Power Company and the Grand Bahama Port Authority. F&M leader Michael Pintard led protesters downtown to the front of the GBPC. Pintard, along with other speakers, including East Grand Bahama MP Kwesi Thompson and F&M Deputy Leader Shannon Cartwright, criticized the power company over its recent challenges with providing consistent power supply to the island. Pintard, surrounded by protesters clad in red shirts holding red, pink, and green placards, saying that the price was too high and, quote, the increase is way too high. How can you have a heart to ask for an increase in the midst of what is possibly the worst period of service that you have ever experienced? At a minimum, you should have showed your, quote, slowed your roll. You should have paused considering what we're going through as a people. Grand Bahama recently hit by load shedding after the power company said ongoing challenges with its largest generator at its Peel Street power station created a temporary supply issue leading to load shedding. And former president of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, Gilbert Ferguson, criticizing the government's decision to give seed funding to the Way Forward Valley Boys, saying it sets a terrible precedent. Ferguson telling the media that Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Mario Boleg was, quote, out of order for his stance on the controversy involving the split of the iconic Junkanoo group and how the traditional government funding for upcoming parades ought to be provided. After long-standing tension within the Valley Boys, the group split into two this year, with the Way Forward Valley Boys and the world-famous Valley Boys, the split coming amid friction over the running of the group, including concerns about accountability and transparency in the group's future leadership. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Mario Boleg said on Wednesday the decision on which category each group performed was up to the JCNP, but noted that he would have opted for a different solution. Ferguson, meanwhile, says he takes issue with the seed funding being given to the Way Forward, stressing that the group is not registered with the JCNP. And police in Grand Bahama are investigating another homicide after a burnt corpse was found inside a charred car. At the scene, Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanton Knowles said officers in Grand Bahama received a report before 8 a.m. yesterday about a car that was in bushes just off Grand Bahama Highway. That's where they found the human remains burnt beyond recognition. Although there were emotional bystanders at the scene, Knowles says police don't know the victim's identity due to the state of the corpse. She said police also could not say if the victim is male or female. The victim was found inside a right-hand drive Japanese car. Police note that Grand Bahama man had been reported missing by loved ones last week and said the police force planned to speak with his family as well as relatives of other missing people on the island as part of the investigation. That missing man, 49-year-old Elkino Miller, was last seen on September 3rd. Overseas, Russia today accusing 6 British diplomats of spying and said it decided to expel them, an announcement that comes amid tensions between Moscow and the West. And the tensions growing during an intensified push by Ukraine to loosen restrictions on using weapons provided by the U.S. and Britain to strike Russia. Russia service said in an online statement today that a decision was made to withdraw their accreditations, and Russian state media quoted an official from the security service known as the FSB as saying a decision was made to expel them. The UK said the expulsions took place last month. The move comes as Prime Minister Keir Starmer visits Washington for talks with President Joe Biden of the U.S. That will include Ukraine's request to use Western-supplied weapons against Russian targets. Starmer said on his way to the U.S. that Britain does not seek any conflict with Russia, but that Russia started the conflict. Quote, Russia illegally invaded Ukraine. Russia could end this conflict straight away. The FSB, meanwhile, says it received documents indicating that the diplomats were sent to Russia by a division of the UK Foreign Service, whose main task is to, quote, inflict a strategic defeat on our country, and that they were involved in intelligence gathering and subversive activities. In sports, in his first season in New York, former Bahamian major leaguer Antoine Richardson is making a difference and having an impact. The New York Mets first base coach has proven to be a catalyst in the club's aggression on the base paths this year, and it could be one of the reasons why they are in the playoff race in the National League of the MLB. You can read about that in today's Guardian Sports section. Bahamian Sammy Hunter has made his professional debut in European basketball following a great run with the Bahamas' senior men's national basketball team at the 2024 FIBA Men's Olympic Qualifying Tournament in Spain. Having signed with KB Trepka Basketball Club in Kosovo back in July, Hunter didn't take long for him to make his mark. His contributions pivotal as KB Trepka clinched the Kosovo Super Cup, defeating Sigal Pristina Mercure 89-73. You can read more about that championship game in today's Guardian Sports section. And young triathletes Malcolm Menzies and Lonnie Duncombe will have a chance to test themselves against some tough competition when they take part in the 2024 World Triathlon Development Regional Cup in Trinidad and Tobago. That's going to be Saturday in Tobago. Menzies and Duncombe are ready to join the action. They're participating in training camps for the Caribbean and have been working on their skills. The training camp started on Monday. And again, that event on Saturday. More on that again in today's Guardian Sports section. And from the NFL Thursday night action, the Buffalo Bills routing the Miami Dolphins 31-10. A tough loss for Miami. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa sustaining a concussion for the third time in his NFL career, leaving his team's game Thursday night against Buffalo after running into defensive back Damar Hamlin and hitting the back of his head against the turf. Tua remained down for about 2 minutes before getting to his feet and walking to the sideline after the play in the third quarter. He made his way to the tunnel not long afterward, looking into the stands before smiling and departing toward the locker room. The Dolphins needed almost no time before announcing it was a concussion. The team said he had 2 during the 2022 season, and Tua was diagnosed with another concussion when he was a college player at Alabama. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel said Tua would get proper procedural evaluation and appropriate care today. Some players saw Tua in the locker room and after the game and said they were encouraged and that he spoke with players and then went home after the game. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Your first look at weather brought to you by the Carnival Celebration Key Job Fair. Here's what's happening. We've got a lingering frontal boundary combined with abundant tropical moisture that continues to influence weather across the northern and northwest Bahamas, leading to unsettled weather with shower and thunderstorm activities. The central southeast Bahamas remain under the influence of a weak high-pressure ridge, and that's bringing mostly fair weather, but hot and humid conditions as well. Light to moderate easterly winds across the entire archipelago. We've got another heat advisory for all the islands in the country today, and due to the high heat indices, especially in the afternoon, everyone's being advised to stay hydrated and limit outdoor activities. We're also likely to see isolated thunderstorms leading to localized flooding, gusty winds, and dangerous lightning, particularly where heavy rainfall occurs, and the central and southeast Bahamas will experience high heat indices again today. So for today, for the northern islands, including Grand Bahama, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms, a 40 to 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, wind southeast to south at 10 knots or less, but falling light and variable at times. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, we're looking at partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions, widely scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, again a 40 to 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Wind south to south, southeast to south at 10 knots, but falling light and variable at times. For the central and southeast Bahamas, partly to mostly cloudy with isolated showers and the chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs around 89 Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius. But the heat index will make you feel like it's at least 105 Fahrenheit, 41 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook and look at the tropics coming up in just a bit. This first look at weather brought to you by the Carnival Celebration Key Job Fair. This Saturday, let your career set sail at the Carnival Celebration Key Job Fair. Meet us at Bahama Convention Center from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. for the Celebration Key Job Fair. Whether you're looking to manage, serve, or support, your perfect job is visiting is right there on the horizon at Celebration Key. Celebration Key Grand Bahama on Facebook for more details.
Wake up, it's a new day.
It's time for break, but when we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
It's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Back to school is around the corner. Move to the top of the class with this amazing Scotiabank Back to School credit card offer. You could win your share of prize money valuing $10,000 when you spend $150 or more on any Scotiabank credit card to purchase books, uniforms, technology items, or other academic items. 10 lucky customers will each win $2,000 in cash back towards their purchases. Promotion runs July 12th through September 30th, 2024. Drawing date is Friday, October 11th, 2024.
Do you have uncontrollable debt? Are you ready to make that move to Fidelity for a stress-free future? These loans have a built-in savings plan that pays you unbeatable interest. Ask about our debt consolidation loans today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Do you know a fisher who braves the seas every day, bringing home a catch that feeds our communities? Nominate them now for the Anchor Awards, a night dedicated to celebrating the unsung heroes of our waters. On November 16th at the Bahama Resort, we're shining a spotlight on those who make waves, both big and small. Visit the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources Facebook page and click on the link provided to submit your nomination. Let's give our fishers the recognition they deserve. Anchor Awards 2024.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. If you're going to invest in an exotic pet, choose anything but a Norwegian forest cat. Apparently, they will eat all your jewelry. Before you know it, you're racing to the vet when your cat escapes from his carrier and lunges for your earrings. You crash and your cat swallows your pearls. But if you're smart, you'll have CG Motor Insurance and get the best comprehensive coverage for the price.
Get the best comprehensive coverage for the price. CG Atlantic Insurance Agents and Brokers. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
Thomas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music group, along with Alpha Sounds, presents the best of the best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bohemian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Abby, Mama D, Fan Sean, Shine 242, The Falcon, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down November the 2nd at Super Club Breezes Ground. Tickets now available at BahamaseTickets.com or both Beauty Shack locations. General admission $60. VIP, Skybox, and Skypods also available. For more info, call 394-0819 or email keepthevibealive242@gmail.com. Experience the magic once again with more legends for one night only. Come party with us November 2nd at Best of the Best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up.
We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Coming up this morning, we're going to be getting a preview of the city run, the Chick Charney Challenge. Just in a few weeks, our Chester Robards will be back to tell us about that. And then later in business, we're talking about the Celebration Key Job Fair Carnival's hosting this weekend. We'll give you all that you need to know about that as well. That's all ahead, but let's get into what else is in the news. And in the news, our condolences, just very sad, this plane crash that happened off the coast of New Providence. Two died in this crash yesterday, and our condolences going out to the families of Alan Russell and Emma McQueen. And just a very story there. You can read about it in today's NASA Guardian. And again, condolences to everybody involved there. And some more of what's in the papers today. The protests against the Grand Bahama Power Company, F&M protests, which is, but this probably should have been bigger than that. I don't know if it needs to be political, but I think everybody has issues with what they're going through in Grand Bahama, and that deserved a united front. But hey, this is what we like. That's what we do. Speaking of not united, this is going to be a long road. And a lot of people speaking yesterday, and a lot of people giving their views, and a lot of people not budging on their positions. So as we said, it's going to be long. For the very latest on this and what folks are saying, we're going to begin with what the Way Forward Valley Boys are saying. This is Trevor Davis's group. Take a listen to this report from our Vonique Toot.
If the Valley Boys is not coming to Bay Street, that would be the worst Junkanoo ever in the history of Junkanoo. We all know that.
As the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence doubles down on its decision to relegate the Way Forward Valley Boys to the F category, as chairman of the group, Trevor Davis, insisted, his members remain in the shack and are determined to compete in the A category.
We're working. We know that good is going to come out of this.
So what's next? Are you going to accept the F, or are you still heading for A?
How could we accept the F? Would the Bahamian people allow the government to spend $30,000 of the taxpayers' money to allow the Valley Boys to rush in the F category? I think that would be a sad day in history and a sad day for this country, because the Valley Nation will rise up if they try or if they allow that to happen.
Culture Minister Mario Boleg attempted to mend fences between the two factions of the popular Junkanoo group during an hours-long meeting on Sunday, but they could not reach a resolution. In an effort to give both groups an opportunity to compete at the highest level, the ministry gave each side $30,000. Still, the JCNP stood firm that only the world-famous Valley Boys would perform in the A category. Davis said it doesn't add up.
World famous Valley Boys was struck off the register by the Registrar General. So I don't know how it is that somebody that doesn't have a name can perform under a name. I know, and I've been saying from day one, the Valley Boys name and registration belongs to the members of the Valley Boys. That's why 80% of the members decide to move forward. And the back and forward and the misconception of the JCNP saying that Brian Adley Valley Boys, knowing quite well that Brian Adley doesn't have any documents for 2024 that aligns him with the Valley Boys. And it's about time, as a nation, we need to speak truth to power and be clean. And I think we're setting a bad example.
The culture minister has said if it were up to him, both groups would show down against each other and the other Category A groups on Bay Street, adding if the JCNP's decision stands, Junkanoo fans would be disappointed. Davis questioned what the JCNP is trying to achieve.
We made another attempt, and our application was denied, based on the fact that he said the Valley Boys is already registered. And if you're telling us that the Valley Boys is already registered, and we have legal documents from the AG in the registrar office to say that we are the controllers of the Valley Boys, then we assume that we are registered. They need to come to the Bahamian public and show the Bahamian public with documents that Brian Adley used in 2024 to register his group. And also, he is on record saying that Brian Adley registered in February of this year. But every other group was allowed to register from April 1st to June 1st.
He suggested they are trying to keep the group and its members down.
And even though the Saxons want us to come there to be competitive, and all other groups want to be competitive, all the other groups are afraid of us coming. So maybe it's a conspiracy, I don't know. Do they really want to see us unified? Do they really want to see the old Valley Boys that come back to the group now since we started to move forward? With the lights of Gold being back, with the lights of Bean Boy being back, with the lights of Rat being back, Marco back. These are all the top builders in the country, and they all come back to unified and move forward. And I think that's what the Junkanoo world is really afraid of, what we're going to do when we get to Bay Street.
2 years of tension within the Valley Boys reached a boiling point earlier this year when one faction demanded that the group be registered, have a constitution, and hold elections. Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vonique Tude.
Okay, all right, some serious claims there made by Trevor Davis, and others are sharing their views on this. We'll get to you all, and folks, with your calls and your text messages, but I want you to hear all these stories. So, former president of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, the JCNP, Silbert Ferguson, is criticizing the government's decision to give seed funding to the Way Forward Valley Boys, that's the Trevor Davis group, saying it sets a terrible precedent and telling the media that Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mario Boleg, was, quote, out of order for his stance on the controversy involving the split of the iconic group and how the traditional government funding for upcoming parades ought to be provided. Ferguson has taken issue with the seed funding being given to the Way Forward group, stressing that the group is not registered with the JCNP. He said, quote, this is an interview he did with Eyewitness News. He said, quote, if you are not an eligible group in the JCNP, you should not be eligible for seed funding. The JCNP passes over to the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture all of the recommendations for groups to be paid seed funding. That doesn't mean the government doesn't have to pay who they need to pay, but I think the minister was out of order on this one. This is a terrible precedent to set because we have invited them to still parade on Bay Street, but they have to parade in a fun group category. Basically, they are not registered in the A division or the B division or even the E division, which is an exhibition category. The Way Forward refused to register in the JCNP. They thought we were a little Mickey Mouse organization, and they could use whatever they needed to use to get by. It doesn't work like that. Junkanoo has come too far for us to be in this position. Wow. Well, other groups, at least one other group says they think the JCNP also got it right. For more on this, take a listen to this report again from our Vonique Toot.
One family Junkanoo group is siding with the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, which has come under fire from some Junkanoo fans following its decision to relegate the Way Forward Valley Boys to the F category as a fun group, while the world-famous Valley Boys will compete in the A category. One family chairman, Vernon Rowe, says they believe in following rules.
I don't think this will impact the parade. The Valley Boys left the JCNP before they resigned. So we're looking forward to whoever. I mean, like I said, Junkanoo is governed by rules and regulation. So I will tell you this, I'll go off the record and I'll say this. One family support the JCMP because we support the rules. We are a law-abiding group, so whatever the rules are from the JCMP that governs Junkanoo and the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and New Providence, that's what we support. Over the years, the JCMP was controlling Junkanoo. So why now is such? Because the Valley Boys have a split. You want to segregate or separate who get the power. The JCMP, and we acknowledge the JCMP.
Despite the JCNP's decision, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture gave each side of the Valley Boys $30,000 in seed funding ahead of the major parades. Here's what Roll thinks about that.
I'll say it like this. When you do for one, you do for all.
At the heart of the rift within the Valley Boys is one faction's call for the group to be registered, have a constitution, and hold elections. Roll made it clear his group has a constitution.
The family that pray together stays together. So my point is, we don't want to get caught up in that side of the Valley Boys. But like I said, our organization, we went through some crisis, but we know how to air our differences out. We know how to, and then the founding members of our group, they structured this group in a way that would never happen. So we have a constitution, and we play it by the rules. So doing that, we are straight.
Following back-to-back wins in the 2022-2023 Junkanoo season, one family fell short during the most recent Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades. Roll says they're back in the shack to change that outcome this lap.
We went into to the shack early. We went into all that preparation, planning what teams we're going to pick. We started execution, and now that we're in the shack, so you will see a different one family. You'll see a different flavor of Junkanoo coming at you, and then you will see that what we were taught, real Junkanoo with the art, with the pacing and the craft.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vonique Tude.
Okay, all right, so one family says they support the JCMP rule, but is that what Trevor Davis is saying, that the groups are afraid of them, so they will say stuff, oh boy, like that. Let's hear from you. This is almost exhausting, I feel like we're just at the beginning. Let's hear from you. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. This texter here is interested that your news reporters disclose that Trevor Davis is the brother of Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis. Why are we acting as if this is an irrelevant point? If you don't think so, ask the public. Well, what the public thinks doesn't mean it's necessarily true. I think most people, am I wrong? Most people kind of know that, no? But okay, yeah, he's the brother of the Prime Minister. And what? But you don't think it's irrelevant. Okay, interesting. Let's hear what this caller says. Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
I don't know if you could hear me clear. My cordless dead. So
Yeah, a little muffled, but we can make out a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so, Poppy, Dwight, if Trevor Davis is the Prime Minister brother, it doesn't matter because it's rules and regulations. Everybody got to follow. Now, I'm a Wally boy. I don't have a problem with none of the sides. I just wish they could have get their act together because this is embarrassing and disgusting. So, what I suggest, the way forward group, side, sit this one out. Don't put us through that as fans. If you care about us, we understand and we agree with what you're doing in the way how you went about it to get the NPO and all that stuff. But we're not lawyers or judges or whatever. This might go to court, but it's a little problem. Seems like with the JCNP who they work with the government for the Junkanoo groups. Like things didn't go on the way it's supposed to go on with them signing up in time or them being accepted. When I say them, I mean the way forward. So I suggest if they respect their fans, sit this one out. Let Brian Adley and the world famous and time is next year. If God spare our life and we still alive, we would be able to attend and watch the Junkanoo group and this will be maybe sorted out because you may have to go to court and get it sorted out. But to put us through that, having the pull for the two Valley boys and all of this confusion, it don't make no sense. It's sad, but I have to agree with the former chairman of the JCNP, Mr. Silbert Ferguson. He put it, I couldn't say it no better, because It's rules and regulation. Like we say, it doesn't matter if Trevor Davis is the Prime Minister brother, and it doesn't matter if what Trevor Davis them trying to do with their group. This could have been a Saxon. This ain't about just one group, because Junkanoo is bigger than just the Wally Boys or one group. So Trevor Davis them and the way forward, who we understand and we agree with, should sit this one out and let Brian Addy them do what they doing. And time is next year. We'll have this sorted out. And one thing what was reported, I don't know if you catch it on the news or if you hear him say it just now when you was playing it, you hear the part where Silbert Mills say nobody wants to say it, but these guys are a bunch of privileged behemoth, like a bunch of privileged people, and like feel like things should go their way. So it's rules and regulations. Yes, they do the NPO, going by land revenue and get all of that, but they should have somehow. It's confusion. So I don't blame everything on the way forward. No, this just a bunch of foolishness. The minister them doing this, that, talking all kind of foolishness on the radio, but they can give this one seed money and the next one seed money when the rules don't allow it. So let's just see if we can follow the rules. The Wally Boys, the way forward, if you all really respect Junkanoo and respect you all fans, you all have helped with the situation. But it's a bunch of foolishness. Sit this one out. And come back next year.
Thanks a lot.
Next year, everything should be sorted. You'll be able to deal with Brian and all this ego or whatsoever. And you'll be able to have election and do all of them stuff.
Right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's take another call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Morning, Dwight.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Papa, you off base. Your personal dude to say that I am a Junkanoo. I ain't sitting out for nothing. You understand me? Dion, by his own admission, said Brian registered and was fully compliant in February 1. The Valley Boys way forward have a document that allegedly is Brian's application, that he wasn't financial. He petitioned the JCNP in June, later on in June when it was closed, and he didn't become financial until July. Y'all just listen to the fact. And the Silbert, it never should have showed his head, because Silbert said that we refuse to register. That's not so. So his statements needs to be looked into, and his motive. That is not so. And we ain't sitting out. We're not going to do it, because case precedence has been set with the immortals a couple of years ago when they tried the same thing with the immortals, because the leader of the immortals, Jermaine, is Scrap's little brother. So all of this is collusion, and because there's no way to have carriage over a name. The Registrar General have carriage over that. All they do is accept your business license, which you already petitioned the various government agencies to get your name and your business license, and then you take it to the JCNP. And as long as your paperwork is in order, they have nothing to do with your name. Wow. So all of that is a blind sham, what they doing. The Registrar General is responsible for names, not the JCNP. So I can't.
Well, that's what they're saying, though, that it doesn't matter. That whoever is registered with them.
It has to matter, Brian. Dwight, if you get a business license, you just go to the JCNP for that.
But they're saying you have to register with them, whether you have a
Hold on.
whether you have
got to
a name.
register your business license first, Dwight. You got to get a business license first. Where do you go to get that?
You don't think the other group has a business license?
But where they got to go to get it, Dwight?
Okay.
So you go to fill out an application to the JCNP to get your business license? No. What you do is when you get that from the government, then you take it to the JCNP for registration. They ain't got no carriage over what you need. And I've been saying that.
All right. Well, hopefully the JCNP will speak soon. We really need them to explain everything that's happened here, so that because it's just a lot of information flying left, right, and center, and everybody has a different story. But another call before we get to your text messages. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Morning. How you doing, Dwight?
Doing well. Turn on your radio a bit for us, please.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, Dwight, I would like to say one or two things. But the first thing I'd like to say is that I think this, in a way, is good for Junkanoo, because this is a major group that is split, and there's a fraction, and maybe it presents the opportunity to show who really was the best side of the Valley Boys. Let's go to Bay Street, let them hash it out, let them fight it out. This is a coup. You said, and they saying, they making the claim that they is the best part of the group. It's too long. We stick to traditions, and maybe they saying we want to break away from this tradition because it ain't bringing out the best in the Valley Boys. So the F&M bred out of the PLP, and they descended and they came up with the F&M. The Valley Boys, the New Day Valley Boys, they said, you know what? We are the best part. We are the real Valley Boys.
That's fine, though. That sounds good, but now they're both claiming they have that name. So that's the only difference. The people who left other organizations do a new thing.
This Junkanoo, I think that's the group, that's the side we should concede. Either they join, either they'll go back to the Valley Boys or the New Age Valley Boys. Now, my point is, I think all other groups, my group in particular, but I won't stay anonymous.
You should say. Why not say?
We need to start looking at the New Age Valley Boys and the other Valley Boys, and let's start recruiting. Let's start getting some of their best to come on our side, because it's clear the dysfunction is at an all-time high, and maybe the Valley Boys, some of these Valley Boys need a new home. Is all I'm saying, Dwight.
Wow. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Thank you very much. Oh, boy. Why is he afraid to say who he is? Say your group. Say it. The people might want to join. They don't know who to join. They hear you, but I don't know which group he's with. Good morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Pleasant day. There's not just only the family that prays together, but the family that plays together, stay together. So, but I'm seeing that we may have situations in other organizations later on, or other governing bodies, perhaps in broadcasting. We have IRCA and all these things. So sometimes, somewhere along the line, somebody may want to challenge IRCA. So we don't want to set precedences.
I'm sure people challenge them all the time. It's not the same.
I mean, in a big open situation like one that we have right now. So I want us to more concentrate on the teams of Junkanoo and what's going to happen, rather than this fight between the two parts, because since it was going on for 2 years, waiting another year, it will still go on. So it's over, so to speak. So it's just to know what really is the way forward. And I'm not that's a pun on that word, not no pun intended. But we need to move forward.
Okay.
Move on.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. And one more call before we get to your messages, your text messages. Let's see if we can take that call there. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
I hope you're doing well.
Trying.
Listen, I'm not a Junkanoo per se, but just looking at this from the outside, and the JCMP as the so-called regulator, right? Shouldn't they have had some kind of structure in place for these Junkanoo groups? That you must have a constitution, you must have elections, you must have this in place. Should have been one of the requirements in this whole situation? But I'm hoping.
I had a discussion with somebody yesterday who was saying the same thing. I mean, I don't know. Do they need to get that involved in your inner workings?
Right. Listen, if you don't have no boundaries, anything buck up, anything goes. You need structure. That's why this country is like it is, you know. Mm-hmm. Anything buck up goes, right? My other question is, who pays the money? Who pays the price?
Before you go on, I think this only becomes a problem if you have a long losing streak. If you're winning Boxing Day and New Year's Day parades and you are, as you say, all buck up inside, I don't think anybody's going to care. But once you start losing, now people start talking.
Yeah, but you see, when
that's a problem.
Like
that's a problem. Yes, exactly. I agree with you.
It creates a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So moving forward, as a so-called regulator, because the side of the story that I have been hearing, where you've had one chairman for one person running the organization, and nobody's there challenging him, and he has this so-called inner circle, and they do whatever. So if it's a group, it should be a democratic group, and people ought to choose who they want to lead the group, and so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, if you feel, I hear you, and in an ideal world, yes, that would happen. But if you feel that the group is chaotic, you know, leave and go to a group that is better organized.
No, but we can't just say leave just like that. You know, it's like you being in the church. I mean, I know sometimes that may be the best option, but sometimes we need to fix these things. Certain things in this country we just need to fix. That's why we don't fix one thing. Everybody just keep on leaving. One government come in, they knock this one down, so they're trying to
So
fix
Junkanoo is the Bahamas.
You know, but
Junkanoo is the Bahamas.
Right, we need to fix it, okay? And I hope the JCNP put in structure and put in formalities so that this situation would never happen again. My other question is, who pays out the prize money?
JCNP.
So where do they get the money from?
Sponsors. They've got a number of sponsors, and so, yeah.
No, but I mean, the money comes directly to the JCMP from the sponsor, or it goes, because I thought the people who sponsored these various groups.
Well, I mean, the groups have sponsors too.
Right.
But the parades they have sponsors, and that goes to the prize money.
Okay,
for the different prizes, different categories, and stuff like that.
Whoever is paying out the prize money should make the decision as to, you know.
Like you hear that sometimes a different category was sponsored by, so that is money given to that prize by a sponsor.
Well, I mean, I just hope for the future that this situation would never occur again, because if you had protocol and procedures in place, this shouldn't be. This would have not been, because you're hearing all types of things. One person say this, and the other one says that, and you probably need a commission of inquiry to find out what is really going on here, man. Have a good day, buddy.
Well, yeah, you too. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to read some messages and we'll get back to the calls in just a bit. This person says here, I agree with JCMP. It's time we stand up to some of these lousy ministers. What now? We Junkanoos and don't play. We are not like some of these unions. Why are you taking swipes at everybody here? My goodness. In this unions in this country, we build our things with our being paid. Something's missing. Who Trevor Davis them think they are. All they have to do is come together as one, and next year deal with it. Fools and Mario, you better watch out. Junkanoos don't play. Okay. Wow. Not one punctuation mark, but also lots of serious tough talk. Boy, I tell you, Junkanoos don't play, I guess. The JCMP is the overall manager of the Junkanoo world. Why is it that Mr. Davis continues talking about the Registrar General and the Attorney General? The rules of the JCMP still stand. The decision was to place them in the F category, move on from there going forward. This person says, I'm confused. Did the Way Forward refuse to register, or did they submit an application on time but were denied? If the latter, was it because of the name issue? Lots of questions. Dwight, do you understand favoritism? If you work abroad as a manager and another Bahamian applied to work there and you're in charge, I know you would push their application versus the non-Bahamian, right? What? That's what you would do, I guess. Really? Okay. That's how you think people work? Anyway. This is why two nations can't be balanced in one tiny Bahamas. The government is full of foreign agendas. They're against Bahamians and pushing their foreign entitled people instead. This is related to Junkanoo. This is why the government, police, immigration, and every Bahamian entity like Junkanoo should be for Bahamians only. If the Bahamian is the most qualified person, yes, I would certainly push their application forward because they're the most qualified, but not because they're Bahamian. And I guess that's going to be a problem for many of you. But oh well, what can I say? Hey, this person says, my condolences to the families of those lost in the plane crash. I understand McQueen was going home for her mother's funeral being held this weekend. Also, kudos to the skill of the pilot. As I understand, everyone else, 4 others survived, yes. This person says here, the Junkanoo dispute makes me a bit worried about attending the parades. Why? Sadly, I was always a bit wary of the large groups of young men moving through the crowd, but this puts a whole new negative spin on that concern. No, I don't know. It's not that's a bit of a reach. That's a bit of a reach. I don't think. Nah. This person says, I'm a fan of the Valley Boys from the 70s. I think the way forward should sit this parade out, return the money, and come back with another name. Oh, don't hold your breath. This person says, my take is WF created a firestorm in a teacup. You're talking about the way forward. If their intention was to ensure the name Valley Boys was protected, they could have done that. Then they could have done what every other break-off group has done since the dawning of time. Register for the rush under a new name. It doesn't matter what percentage of members left the group. They left the group. Create a new group with a new name. I wholeheartedly believe if Trevor Davis were not related to the Prime Minister, the group would not have gotten the 30,000 seat funding. It does not mean the Prime Minister weighed in. It means his shadow is ever present. Wow. Okay. And this text here, can the JCNP be equated to the Ministry of Education? What I'm referring to is if a teacher goes to college, receives a degree, but needs a teaching certificate prior to being allowed to teach, and then the text just cuts off. Is that really? What? And this text here, we'll get to these calls in just a sec. This person says the rules that the JCNP have in place are a hindrance to the growth of culture. Junkanoo is a freedom of expression of culture, not to block Bahamians from participating. We are Bahamians. The JCNP needs to be revamped, period. The JCNP has no structure. Oh, boy. Everyone's coming for the JCNP. Let's take this call, the last two calls before we take a break. Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? Good morning. Hi. Good morning.
Morning, Dwight.
Hi.
Yeah, good morning. Who's your guest?
Guests are coming up in a little bit later. It's just me for now.
Wait, okay. Morning, Dwight again. Dwight, all of those members are senior members, both groups, Diwali one and the way forward, whatever they say. They should not be coming to no fun group. And Silver Ferguson, I think he ought to part of what he said. Because if you want to beat or be the best, you got to be the best. If you exclude one group, how could you call yourself champion? You should encourage the competition that you beat the best. So don't exclude nobody. Let everybody come to the best man win. Because the Junkanoo is the best show on earth, and that's what people come in the Bayfront to see, and that is what's going to put bodies in seats. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay. All right. Wow. Some more of your messages. Oh, yeah, let's take that call. Okay, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. How are you?
Doing well.
And good morning to the nation. Dwight, how many members is there in the JC?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. I mean, why is it that, we don't know where this decision is coming from, so why doesn't the Valley Boys ask them to do a public count of who supports and who disapproves of them being in the A category, number one. And number two, if you're going to penalize one, you're talking about the Valley Boys. You got the Way Forward and you got the World Famous, right? But if you're going to penalize one, why not penalize both? If you can make one sellout this year, why not make two sellout until they get their business together? You know, I think it is unfair if you're going to let one rush in the A category. You should let them both rush in the A category, all right, and may the best man win. You know, this is a bunch of foolishness. This is an easy fix, but I don't know why they're going the hard way about it. It just shows that, you know, we as the humans, we just, you know, if it isn't about us, you know, we're not interested. So, you know, I think it's an easy fix. If you're going to penalize one, penalize both. If you're going to let one rush, let them both rush.
I don't think it's about penalizing. It's just about what their rules are. So they say. But we do need clarity on what exactly happened, what rules were violated, why didn't it work the way it worked, and it's supposed to work, all those things. And again, we're hoping that the JCNP will come to the table and talk and explain themselves sooner than later. All right, we got to go to the news. We'll be back. Stay with us. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Junkanoo, ooh, ooh, 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 Junkanoo. Listen, all you people all around. Listen to the sounds we're putting down. It's very oh yeah, just move your feet and dance. The Junkanoo. Now that's right, girls, you're doing it. Get in line. Just move on the side, let the gentleman take his time. Listen to the beat, oh yeah, and the melody, and dance. The Junkanoo. We're singing junk, 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 Junkanoo. We're singing junk, 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 Junkanoo. Listen, all you people all around.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 4224796. Standard text rates apply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan at 8:25. Time for another check of your weather, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Here's what's happening. We've got a lingering frontal boundary combined with abundant tropical moisture that continues to influence the weather across northern and northwest Bahamas, leading to unsettled weather with shower and thunderstorm activity. The central and southeast Bahamas remain under the influence of a weak high-pressure ridge, and that's going to mean mostly fair conditions, but also hot and humid. Light to moderate easterly winds prevail across the archipelago as well. So we've got a heat advisory in effect due to the high heat indices. Everyone's being advised to limit outdoor activities and hydrate. And with the isolated showers and thunderstorms may lead to localized flooding, gusty winds and dangerous lightning as well. So for today, your forecast for the northern Bahamas, including Grand Bahama, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. About a 40 to 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms today. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, we've got partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions on tap with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Also a 40 to 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. For the central Bahamas, partly cloudy with isolated showers and a chance of afternoon thunderstorms today. And for the southeast Bahamas, mostly sunny with a chance of showers. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs getting to around 88, 89 Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius. But the heat index today is going to be feeling a whole lot hotter, 105 at least, 105 Fahrenheit, 41 Celsius. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Saturday, partly cloudy with isolated showers and thunderstorms. 30 to 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the northwest and northern Bahamas. 20 to 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the Central Islands. And 10 to 20% chance in the southeastern Bahamas. Sunday, partly sunny with isolated showers and thunderstorms. Those rain chances holding for the islands. And by Monday, partly cloudy, isolated showers and thunderstorms again early in the day, becoming partly cloudy to cloudy with a few widely scattered showers by afternoon. In the tropics, we are watching a few areas. We've got Tropical Depression 7 now, located over the central tropical Atlantic, moving west-northwest at a slower forward speed. Some slight strengthening is possible over the next few days or so. Currently, it poses no immediate threat to land, but interests in the Caribbean and the Bahamas should monitor its progress. That's Tropical Depression 7. Then Francine, now a post-tropical cyclone that's located inland over northeastern Arkansas, with advisories being issued by the Weather Prediction Center. And we're watching some areas of interest. A small area of low pressure has degenerated into a surface trough. Environmental conditions are not favorable for development, but it could bring heavy rainfall and gusty winds to the northern Leeward Islands today. It has a 20% chance of reforming into something over the next 48 hours or even into the 7-day period. And then there's another area, a non-tropical low pressure system could form this weekend with potential for some or the southeastern United States. Right now, development over the next 48 hours is low, about 0%, but through the next 7 days, it could be 30% chance for development. That's your morning blend weather check as we are just at the peak of the season now. Morning blend weather brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Sherwin-Williams Paints got you covered for all your painting and equipment needs. Visit Sherwin-Williams Paints online or in-store today. Time for another check of your traffic for this morning, brought to you by RBC. Find your loan solution with RBC. A reminder of the work going on at Tawny Williams Darling Highway, the repaving going on just east of Bahamas Games Boulevard on the way to Blue Hill Road. And it's single lane traffic there, and it is causing delays at all times. So keep that in mind. If you can avoid that area, you really, really should. But if you have to, follow the posted signs in the area. Right now, we are seeing heavy traffic there eastbound between Bahamas Games Boulevard and Blue Hill Road. It is slow moving and heavy. Keep that in mind. Again, single lane traffic there. That's causing issues on Blue Hill Road more than usual. And we're seeing it coming from all directions. Northbound, especially near Carmichael Road, seeing heavy traffic as well. And near St. Vincent Road, if you're heading northbound again, getting heavier as you get over that hill to Independence Drive, Tawny Williams Darling Highway. Southbound on Blue Hill Road also busy for you as you approach that roundabout. And then there's Independence Drive, not looking pretty at all, both directions, especially westbound. Avoid Independence Drive if you have to be somewhere soon. And East Street also busy between Soldier and Independence Drive, East-West Highway roundabout as well. Back to further west, we've got Milo Butler Highway, heavy traffic, well south of the Fire Trail roundabout, straight through to Tawny Williams Darling Highway if you're heading northbound. And then again, it gets heavier as you get closer to the Sixth Exit roundabout. So that's northbound on Milo Butler Highway, southbound on New Providence Highway, eastbound on John F. Kennedy Drive. Over on Gladstone Road, also busy for you from Fire Trail straight through to JFK Drive in the roundabout. There. Seeing some congestion on West Bay Street. Not usually what we see at this time, but traffic is backed up as you head westbound. Keep that in mind if you're heading in that direction. Some very slow-moving traffic there. And Carmichael westbound busy for you on the way to Coral Harbor Road. If you're heading into downtown, West Bay Street is seeing some slow-moving traffic near Nassau Street, and Wolf Road, number of issues at various spots, mainly westbound this morning. And Eastern Road, heavy traffic for you from east to Fox Hill, straight up to Johnson Road if you're heading westbound. Fox Hill is busy as you approach Eastern Road, northbound and southbound on the way to Prince Charles Drive. Prince Charles Drive, Fox Hill area looking busy, and Prince Charles Drive, Beatrice Avenue, and into Robinson Road. Bernard Road also seeing slow-moving traffic near the school. So a lot of issues as usual, folks. That's your real-time traffic in your morning Glen Traffic Alert brought to you by RBC. Start a conversation at rbc.com/loan/all of you.
RBC. Life is full of twists, turns, and defining moments that create your own unique story. However your story unfolds, we're here to help guide you through it. From every big decision to every new adventure, RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you.
When you jump in your Japanese import and you turn the radio on, all you hear is... For the month of September, the Hit Spot will install a band extender in your Japanese import for the discounted rate of only $79.99, VAT included. Get your band expander installed today at the Hit Spot and listen to
Star 106.5.
Plus, get fresh news and smart talk on
Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Are you ready to be inspired? Get ready for the event of the year. Inspire Her 2024 is back and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Get tickets now in the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available. Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference, October 10th. See you there.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Hey guys, this Friday, September 13th, Dunkin' is celebrating you on Customer Appreciation Day. On this special day, we're honoring our beloved founder, George Myers, in the sweetest way possible. All day, with every drink purchase, you'll get 5 free munchkins, George's favorite treat. Thank you for being part of the Dunkin' family. So, mark your calendar for Friday, September 13th. Swing by Dunkin' and grab your favorite drink and enjoy 5 free munchkins on us because we appreciate you. Offer valid only on Friday, September 13th. Thank you for choosing Dunkin'.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
Ready to save? You can put $100 into the CFAL Savings Express plan and make sure your money keeps growing. Earn interest on your savings while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit CFAL.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
Here's the show-winning art store moment from Shelley and Dee Dee.
We're the only full art store in the Bahamas. If we don't have it, we make a list, and trust me, our boss can get that. If you need that, he can get that. You can find sketchbooks, acrylics, the canvases in all sizes, stencils. We have the Angelus that they use on shoes and letters. We're the only persons in Nassau that carries the Montana spray. We have the Krylon sprays, watercolor in paints, the oil, chalk paints, the alcohol paint, metallic paints, the little Floetrol, and we have cleaning products for the artists, thinning products for the artists, and Crayola colors, and glitters, pencils, the Posca markers, and pastels, oil, and the acrylic pastels, dyes. Oh yeah. We also have airbrush paint. I didn't forget that part of the movie. It sets hobby
Boiled
craft,
shrimp,
clays.
stew shrimp gumbo. But art supplies. We have a lot of them. Sherwin-Williams Art Store. Find colour in every day.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
One family, Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family, Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family, Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family. They're coming!
Oh, been knocking down out of my town. On to Bay Street with the jumping new plan. Saxon at the rhythm, licking them goatskin drum. The Valley boys on the brass, hitting the rumpa bum bum. I'm a bohemian, I'm proud to be one. Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family. Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family.
Gotta say Valley twice. Nope. Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with you on this Friday morning. Hey, look who's in studio.
You didn't miss and say it.
It's
along with.
Right. No, because you're not here as that. Chester Robards is here.
Good morning.
He's here for his ulterior motives, though. He's here to promote something. We'll get to that in a bit.
Why couldn't I just pop in to say hello?
Yeah, right. But he'll be here while we talk about this just for a few more minutes. We're going to get through the rest of your text messages, and then we'll talk about Chester's big event. But, so we continue talking about Junkanoo and your views on this Valley controversy. All right. You can call in as well. 323-6232. 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. All right, so we got a lot more of your messages. Just want to say, let me read the message and then I'll say that later. This person says here, sounds like the minister should have taken your advice and stay out of it. He seems to have only made things worse. Was that my advice? Yeah. I think I said that. I don't remember all the things I say.
Yeah, you say a lot.
Be keeping track.
Show.
What?
I'm just saying.
Excuse me?
During the course of a show, you say a lot.
That sounds
How
like
could you keep track?
Like
no,
something shady. Or just saying that's just stating facts because the show's on for a while. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. It's ironic and funny that world famous or way forward. Anyways, WF could mean world famous or way forward. Is it? Because of what? Why? Do you think it's none of those things are happening? Oh, boy, that's sad. This person says here, creating the JCMP has backfired. Really? I don't think so. Why? Why would that be? Does the prize money come from ticket sales? Does it come from that too? No.
Does what come from ticket sales?
Prize money. Okay.
Oh, that's a good question.
If I were in the Way Forward Junkanoo group, I would not rush for no fun group. There was Colors 1 and 2. No, not quite. So why can't there be Valley 1 and 2? That's not quite what it was. And for the A group and Silbert, them can't talk all over if them have their favorites. What? I don't know what's happening there. This is ridiculous. Certain people always causing problems no matter what opportunities you give them. The registrar should never have given the name twice either. That's not what happened. Someone is privileged or paid. What's happening? Okay, no, let's get this text is getting worse. That's not what happened there. Not what happened at all. Anyway, talking about Junkanoo, it's amazing that a government minister can sit with two entities in advance of giving out government funds and say you could not reach a resolution when in the face of uncertainty you should go with what is lawful. This particular government will allow the cloud of corruption to continue to follow them, and this is sad. Why would they allow other political parties to add arrows to their quiver over a clear-cut matter? Okay. 98% of Junkanoo groups support the Way Forward being placed in the F category as per the rules of the JCNP. And I don't know, you got to show us your study, how you got that number. And we'll be willing to boycott this year's parade before allowing our rules to be broken by non-member groups. These rules were crafted by a committee of Junkanoos and ratified by 100% of our member groups. The minister or government needs to correct their mistake and have the Way Forward return that money Rules are there for a reason, and that's the point I wanted to make. So yeah, the JCMP comes on the show every year, and they tell us about it. That after the season, they go into conclave, they have their meetings with all of the stakeholders, and they agree to the rules. And these are the rules, and this is how it works. So the people on the outside don't need to understand it. If you want to understand, I guess you could be a part of the system, but that's how it is. And all of them know the rules, and they all agree to it, and they crafted the rules. So the chaos that's happening now is unusual and strange. And this is why the government, to borrow a phrase from Michael Pintard, is to slow their roll. He actually said that.
He said that
about the port and the power company. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Is that a political term? I don't know. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Chester.
Hi.
Good morning.
I kind of agree with the texter who was talking about the resolution thing, because we live in a country where instead of finding solutions to the problems we face, they tend to create a new precedent. And the precedent that they create opens the door for an endless loop of other things, because it's not something that is a full stop. It's something that's a comma. It's like how right now, I think I heard they said groups talking about the money that this group might be getting and that group might be getting, because, you know what I mean, whenever you set that precedent, it opens the door for other little things to come along. And listening to the radio for the last week or so, Mr. Strachan and Chester, it's kind of disappointing to hear that. I mean, I know a lot of people love John Canoe, and John Canoe is important to the country, but I don't feel as if this incident deserves this much talk. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, to become like such a thing that we've been talking about for days and days and days, I just feel as if it just shows that as a country that we really want in, man, gentlemen. You know, that kind of way, because it's just a sad reality to be living in this country, man. I ain't gonna tell you a lie, because something as simple as this, I mean, going on for days and days and days, I mean, for one, it should be something that should be more of a private issue between those individuals, and not something that should be a conversation that the whole country need to be partaking in, you know, the kind of way. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Y'all have a good weekend,
Okay.
gentlemen.
All right. Thank you very much. This text says just one group is called the Valley Boys, and the other group, the Un-Valley Boys. That way, both groups have the name Valley Boys in their name. Situation resolved and solved. Another text. The minister is wrong for getting involved, and with Trevor Davis being the prime minister's brother, this is shady. Wow. Give everyone an additional $30,000. Stop playing crackhead games, PLP government. Okay, that's our money. I don't think so. Nope. The objective was to... This is getting serious. I don't know if I can read these texts, man. This is getting very personal. They bring up all kinds of things about people. Yeah, and this is what I think the texter was talking about. It's stuff that doesn't need to be out there in the public is all coming out, and it's getting political now, mentioning the PLP and FNM now a lot in this, which is how did we get to that point? And it is getting to the point of being draining. But we do hope this is resolved. Hopefully by next week there will be some, because we're getting close. It's only a few months before Boxing Day.
Are they going to be ready?
With all of these distractions, right? Yeah. This text. Should I read this? Because this is going to encourage foolishness. Hi, Dwight. Is the name Morning Blend registered? If not, will it be right for me to register that name and then force you to find another name for your program? That wouldn't be fair. The registrar should Google locally used names to question applicants and prevent people from stealing other people's names, holding them hostage. Stealing a name doesn't mean that you own the group. I mean, you see, the challenge would be if Chester and Laverne and Duquesa show up without me and maybe Deandra, right? And say, hey, you know us. It's us Morning Blend people. And then the poor registrar might be confused. And like, yeah, that's them. Sure. Right? You know, but now, anyway. Oh, boy. Anyway, Let's leave it there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Chester will tell you why he's here. Certainly not here to talk about Junkanoo.
They know why I'm here.
This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Let's face it, life is hard, but your healthcare doesn't have to be. Give yourself peace of mind with LAMP plans at Doctors Hospital. Sign up today and enjoy the low-cost advantage. Get up to $5,000 in credit limit for non-covered services and 2 free nutritional consultations. Choose your plan today by visiting doctorshosp.com/LAMP. We make healthcare easy.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Nassau. Get ready for a night you simply won't want to miss. For the first time in over 40 years, experience an evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport on Saturday, October 5th. Tickets are on sale now. Go to ticketboxevents.com or go to the Nassau Cruiseport box office, located in the Junkanoo Museum. Joining Eddie on stage, Franchan, Gino D, Ira Stoll, and the Higher Level Band. An evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport, Saturday, October 5th. Get your tickets now.
Do you know a fisher who braves the seas every day, bringing home a catch that feeds our communities? Nominate them now for the Anchor Awards, a night dedicated to celebrating the unsung heroes of our waters. On November 16th at the Bahama Resort, we're shining a spotlight on those who make waves, both big and small. Visit the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources Facebook page and click on the link provided to submit your nomination. Let's give our fishers the recognition they deserve. Anchor Awards 2024.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers are square because we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Different inside and out.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me, I recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways, eating up the night. Marconi plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't
We're back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, a special guest this morning. Chester Robards, who specially requested that song. For those of you who hate it, that's why that played.
I can't believe people hate that song.
People say it's annoying. I like it. But we're here because you're talking about the City Run.
Yes. The Strachan Challenge City Run.
Hey, how many years have you been doing the City Run now?
So this is only our second iteration of City Run.
All right. But Strachan Challenge has been around for a number of years.
The next year will be 10 years.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's great stuff.
Yeah, we're finally making roads after 10 years, so 9 years.
Excellent. For those who aren't familiar, let people know what Strachan Challenge is all about.
So the Strachan Challenge started off as an obstacle course running company, and that's still what we do primarily. We do a 5K with obstacles, and we started out in Clifton Heritage Park. We still love Clifton Heritage Park; they're great partners, and we're gonna go back to the park someday. But we have to switch things up for our runners, right?
Okay.
You know, locally we have a lot of people who come and do it again and again, and we take them into account first because we want them to experience a new challenge, new challenge course, new obstacles as well. And then we kind of started doing like private events. So we do like small obstacle courses for birthday parties. We throw a zip line in there here and there.
Obstacle course for your birthday party.
Yeah, hey, it's a thing.
Okay.
And then we went into rock climbing. Another thing we do at Clifton Heritage Park. So again, Clifton, great partners of ours. It's an amazing place to go, and we love the climbing there. So we're trying to develop climbing as a sport as well. But right now we're at the kind of at the forefront in the country of developing obstacle course racing. I don't like the word race because people get a funny feeling about it. But obstacle course runs,
right?
OCRs, which is obstacle course runs, as a sport here.
Wow. Well, City Run is going to be one of a number of things you do each year.
Each year. So we have kind of like our 4 staple events, which would be the Strachan Challenge. The company is called Strachan Challenge. But the Strachan Challenge, so we'd either be in the bush or in the city, or maybe a hybrid, which might be the next year. Try and figure that one out.
Yeah, that's a certain neighborhood right here.
And then we have our Zombie Run, which is our Halloween event.
You're doing that this year?
Yeah, we're doing that this year. That's in a very lovely place in the bush. We make it scary. So that we had it last year. That was good. We weren't able to have it before last year for a few years because like hurricanes kept popping up and these things just kept happening. Yeah, and then we had those 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So, and then we have our relay, which is a 400-meter kind of relay, and we've been working on Ninja Challenge, which is something that's been a bit more difficult to achieve, but that's kind of more of a funding issue than it is anything else.
But that's on the drawing board.
We hope we could bring that forward next year.
Okay.
It's so Ninja Challenge and Ninja World Obstacle is an actual global challenge that happens across the world.
Is that like American Ninja Warrior type stuff, or
similar? So you always ask about the warped wall, which is that curved wall that people have to run up and try to pull themselves up at the end. That's really like the last thing that they have to do in a Ninja Challenge.
Wow.
Typically, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's next year, definitely.
We were definitely hoping to bring Ninja Challenge next year to excite the people. That's more of a spectator, like a spectacle for people, and so we hope to make that one like a big spectator event.
All right, great stuff. All right, so tell us about the City Run.
Yeah, so City Run is exactly what the name implies. We're going through the city, and there are obstacles dotted throughout the city.
Like the regular obstacles that a city presents, or that you're putting there?
So those exist as well. Okay. and then you have ours. So what I really like about City Run is most people drive around the city, and you miss so much things when you drive. And then of course we have lots of 5Ks here. They're in different places, but most of them are almost in the same place. They start at the same places. So you don't get to see a lot of different things. So what we do in City Run is we meander you through various places, and I'm gonna take you past some places you've never been before, maybe behind a building you've never been before.
Sounds creepy. You sure this is not for the Halloween?
No, this is not the Halloween thing. And then through a building, just because it's a city run, I feel like you need to go through somebody's building. Even if it's just a little trek through somebody's building.
You have permission for this?
Of course.
Okay.
And then so we start and we end at Crypto Isle. What's going to be new at Crypto Isle for our event, and which I think is an amazing kind of addition, is that we're going to have 3 obstacles in that one space. And so spectators are finally going to be able to not have to like walk the course to see people complete obstacles. We come in to get to the finish. They're going to be able to see people do those obstacles and cheer them on. And that's the fun. That's really the fun part for me. I love to see. Even when I did half marathons, my motivation was the cheers teams on the side of the road. Oh, that was my favorite part.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so the city run is a 5K?
It's a 5K.
It is. With obstacles.
With obstacles.
In the city.
In the city.
My goodness. And it's early.
Yeah.
This is
typically these things are early. This is not something that we do, ourselves. Most runs are, between 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Especially here, you want to beat the heat of the day.
Definitely.
And the heat of the day starts very early. So we want to get that through and done with. So 6 o'clock is our start time. Yeah. But we have start waves. Because again, we're an obstacle course event, and what we don't want are lines and jam ups at obstacles.
Right.
Because if we have,
you look like a real city with traffic jams.
Yeah, right. But if we have, let's say we have 200 participants, we can't start 200 people because they're going to end up at the first obstacle at a clog, right? Which doesn't make sense. So we have waves about 4 minutes. So first group goes, 4 minutes later, next group goes, and so on until we get everybody out.
All right. So can you give us some idea of the obstacles? Can you tell us some stuff? Or
So
is it supposed to be a surprise for everybody?
So it's not. I don't think people like it to be a surprise. I used to want it to be a surprise, but I don't think people like it to be a surprise.
Okay.
But they won't know where they are as they go through the route. But we're going to have our staples, our 8-foot wall.
Go back. Staples?
Yeah.
Look, explain what that is.
Just the regular things that we have in obstacles.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought they were something called the staples.
No.
It's like, what are you going to do to people?
Not that.
Okay.
So the regular things we have in obstacle competition. Walls. So we got our 8-foot wall. You have a series of carries. So you got to carry a sandbag.
You said 8-foot wall, right?
Yes.
8?
8. You're shaking your head, but your arms stretch up about 6. Yours at least 6.5.
You sure?
Right.
Okay.
It's the little short.
Is there a
women
rope
that
to help you?
Not the 8-foot wall. No.
What are you supposed to do with
the
that?
16-foot wall has rope.
16.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's slanted, so yeah.
What are you supposed to do with the 8-foot wall? What do you look at it?
So
paint it.
What? Let me go back. I did my first obstacle course run in 2013. What attracted me most to it was and you're going to hear this a lot in obstacle sports, the camaraderie that you see on these courses. I've done 7 Spartan races, and it's always the same thing. You get to an obstacle, people are there helping people they don't know. People are not worried about their time going through the course. They're spending 3 minutes at the wall just helping people to get over it. So I thought that was a beautiful thing. People are grabbing the bottom of ropes to help people climb it. There's not many competitions or things that you can do where you could just go and help people, encourage people while you're on the course.
Right.
Of course, running you could do that, but everybody trying to breathe. When you get to obstacles, typically you slow down,
right,
and you kind of focus on the obstacle. So the 8-foot wall, we got a 4-foot wall. Of course, we have some kind of multi-rig, which would include rings, monkey bars, and maybe some other kind of grip challenge. A crawl, that's a staple. So you do have to get down on your knees and belly and military crawl through something.
Are you expected to run to the next obstacle, or can you?
No, it's not an expectation. So
leisurely stroll to it.
Right. That's another thing I want to dispel. People hear race, and then they hear run, and then they hear all these things, and then people are like, "Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that." Well, we don't force you to do this. We invite you to come and try it. It's not, we don't kick you off the course if you don't complete an obstacle. We do have penalties that you can do, but there's nobody who's whipping you to do them if you don't complete the obstacle.
If you don't want to climb the 16-foot wall, you can do something else.
You can go around it. Or do the penalty, which is like push-ups or jumping jacks, and then be on your way.
Right.
Yeah. But what we do is this an obstacle challenge. We encourage you to challenge yourself by at least trying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a good way to train for this?
So what the thing about obstacle course racing is they call it, so the things that you train for is called functional fitness, which is what CrossFit is kind of, they call themselves like a functional fitness program.
Right.
And when you think of functional, there's an event called a suitcase carry, right? So you have 2 heavy weights on each side of you, and you walk in with them. You're throwing a sandbag over your shoulder or carrying it in your arms. These are kind of functional movements that you have. You might crawl. That's a functional movement that you have. So training is really just kind of functional movements. You ever jump a wall? You ever had to jump a wall?
I mean, not 8,
not recently,
8
right?
feet.
It's okay, but jumping a wall is jumping a wall.
Okay, you sure? Do you have is there a ledge that can help you to get over the 8-foot wall?
Remember I told you you got to hook your heel.
Oh boy! Wow. Okay.
So running is that thing. Again, climbing a rope is not all brawn, right? There's a technique, and you use your feet. There's something called the J hook, where you you kind of use your feet, wrap the rope over your foot, and you step on it, and that's your step, and that propels you up. You use 5 seconds of grip to pull your legs back up. And then you're back in the step.
Wow.
And then you can conquer a rope climb.
Do you have age requirements? Are there people who?
So we start at 7, and then we go
to as high as
heaven.
Okay.
It's just 7 and up. Yeah. Whoever wants to challenge themselves.
Okay, so the emphasis is on fun.
Absolutely,
and learning about your capabilities.
Yeah, I've never gone to an obstacle course race to beat anybody or to beat. I want to beat my own time, but I don't focus on it. I want to get to each obstacle and focus on that and see what I can do.
Can you do it as a team? Maybe your family?
Yeah, so it's always better as a team. I've done one run by myself, and that's no fun. It's always been me and some other people, and you help each other.
Yeah.
Right. Again, you help each other over the wall. You encourage each other as they get to obstacles. Clap them up while they carrying the atlas. Say, hey, pick it back up. Let's go.
Wow. Okay, sounds amazing. We're going to get the details about how to register. I was going to go to that call. Okay, call us back if you want to. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free. Maybe you're coming in from the islands. 242-300-5720. Okay, so how do you register and how much is it?
So you can register at our social media pages. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok now, Facebook. That's the easiest way. There's a link on those pages. Our website is down for maintenance at the moment because we've been having some problems. Hopefully it'll be back up before the run, but you have everything you need on the social media pages to sign up. Individuals are $75. If you're in a group of 4 or more, it's $65. And if you are under 18, it's $50 if you're single and $45 if you're in a group of 4 or more.
Okay. All right. And the date again?
That is September 28th, Saturday morning. We're starting at Crypto Isle, who, again, is a beautiful sponsor of ours and a partner, I should say. We love Crypto Isle. That's family. If I can mention our sponsors, Advantage Insurance, Island Yogurt, Pop-Up, Colina, J-Line Fitness, Art of Graphics, and Guardian Radio 96.9, of course. And Kalik Light is going to be your finish line beer.
Oh, you get a Kalik Light at the
Absolutely.
finish line.
That is, again, we're talking about staples here. It's something that we do at obstacle course races. You work so hard through an obstacle course race that you need to replenish some of those carbohydrates.
Okay.
And Kalik Light is a beautiful beer to have at a finish line. Nice and crisp and refreshing.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Wow. One more time. Give us a date and one more time tell people how to register.
Yeah, absolutely. It's September 28th. We're starting at Crypto Isle. And we heading east and coming back west. And And you can register on our social media pages, Chick Charney Challenge. You can call me 820-5664 if you have any questions. Of course, you can leave messages on the social media pages, and we'll answer them as well.
I heard some people talking about a Guardian Radio team. Or
I expect it every time, but I've yet to. Oh no, there was the last city run. There was a team. Yeah.
And there may be some.
Yeah, Brethel, big up Brethel and Paige who was out there.
Wow. So we'll see. We still have some time to work it out. We may be.
Yeah, Dwight. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm. I need a big wall between us right now. You're going to stick around for a few minutes, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Hey, folks, again, the City Run, the Chick Charney Challenge, September 28th.
Yeah.
Starting at Crypto Isle.
That's right.
And register now. We're going to take a break and be back after the news. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Friday, September 13th, 2024. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards, and this morning we are talking about the Celebration Key job fair, which is set for tomorrow. Here to tell us all about this is tomorrow, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us all about this. We welcome from Carnival Celebration Key and the HR department at Marielle Johnson and Ronald Stubbs Jr. Great to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
All right.
Good morning.
So for those who aren't familiar with Celebration Key, tell folks about that before we get into the details about the job fair.
Yeah, so Celebration Key is Carnival's newest cruise destination, located on the island of Grand Bahama. Mm-hmm. It is not separate and apart from the island. It is located on the island of Grand Bahama.
Right.
And it's set to open next summer, 2025.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty soon. That's pretty soon.
Yes, so that's why we're here today.
Yeah.
So our recruitment tour is ongoing, and tomorrow we will be at the Bahama Hotel hosting a recruitment tour and job fair.
You had a job fair last weekend, is that right?
Yes, we had a job fair last week, Saturday, at the Grand Lucayan, and we were in Fresh Creek, Andros on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so we're on the move.
All right, so tell people about it. There are a lot of positions open, apparently.
Yeah, so we are recruiting for 500 full-time direct positions.
400 to 500.
500, yes. 500 full-time positions, a total of 700 direct and indirect positions. Wow. So the purpose of our tour, we want to get the word out. We want to educate people on what Celebration Key is, where it's located, the benefits you get working for us, and just how to apply, because a lot of people don't know how to find us. So you can visit us tomorrow at the Bahama Hotel in the Convention Center. We'll be there. The full team will be there to assist people with how to apply, what it's all about, and any questions that they have.
Oh, okay, so we want to find out about how to apply, but tell us about the positions. 500, that's a lot. Tell us about those positions.
So we have positions available in guest experience, operations, and food and beverage, as well as some administrative roles, HR, finance. So to break it down some more, that consists of housekeeping attendants, beach attendants, cabana attendants, HVAC, electricians, plumbers. We're looking for inventory staff. We're looking for chefs, dishwashers, entertainment folks. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So we're getting started now. Of course, we're starting with, it's a phased recruitment process. So we are starting with the management team and some administrative roles, and then those managers will move on to select their assistant managers, their supervisors, and build a line staff. So by March, April of next year, everyone should have been onboarded.
So that's what you've really been looking for last weekend, this weekend?
We're really looking for all roles.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, but we're building that pool and giving
Right.
everybody an opportunity to apply. And we are transparent with our timeline so that people expect, they know when to expect a return call or an interview in the screening process.
Yeah.
So the various different positions will require different levels of experience, I guess.
Yes. So the housekeeping attendants require a certain level of experience, and then the management requires a certain level of experience. So wherever you feel fit, we've opened all of the roles so that you can go in and you can take your time and look and see where you see yourself fit.
I'm curious, what was the response in Andros?
In Andros, we had over about 100 persons attended, and they did spread the word. So the response was pretty good. They were excited. Some of them are ready to leave with us.
I was going to say, so they're keen on going to Grand Bahama.
Sorry?
They're keen on going to Grand Bahama.
Because you will have to relocate.
Yes, so because of our benefits and the whole the new experience, the fact that it's on the island and you don't have to live on a key, that stood out to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you talk about the benefits? What are some of the benefits?
Yes,
and
so
you can jump in when you feel like it too. But tell us about
yes,
it.
so I'll share some of the benefits, and of course tomorrow you can get a full details on the benefits. But working for Celebration Key, you are eligible for housing assistance. You will be eligible to enroll in our medical insurance plan. That includes vision, dental, and air ambulance. The company pays 100% of the national insurance benefit for all employees. And to and from the site, because it's not that far, but it's far.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not in Freeport.
It's not in the central,
Right.
but it's not in the east.
Okay.
So it's a little ways. So we have provided transportation to and from the site. It'll be like a scheduled transportation time to and from the site, and meals. We have meals on site for our staff, 3 meals a day.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yes.
Wow,
You just have to
okay.
come. You just have to. You just
So-
have to apply.
So if you're coming tomorrow,
Yeah.
do you need to bring anything or just come to get more information? How does it work
So
tomorrow?
I would recommend you bring an electronic copy of your resume if you want assistance with applying on the spot. Other than that, just bring your fun and bring your personality. Come meet the team and get as much information as you want.
Yeah.
And we have some cool giveaways too.
Yeah. Chester?
So tell us about Grand Bahama, what the turnout was there.
In Grand Bahama,
Are they excited?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are excited. It had to been about 600 people in that
Oh, wow.
ballroom.
Great.
Yeah, so it was an overwhelming experience. It was emotional. It was all in one. So it was a great turnout.
Wow.
The
Excellent.
response was great.
Yeah. And you are kind of focused on getting Grand Bahamians into Celebration Key.
Yeah, not just Grand
not holding it
Bahamians.
close,
No.
but yeah.
Yeah, so we want Grand Bahamians to come home.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot, and
Yeah.
we've endured a lot. But Bahamians at large, we want all Bahamians to come and experience what it's like working for Celebration Key and Carnival.
You're from Grand Bahama too?
Yes, I am.
All right. So somebody's asking here, are these full-time positions or part-time, or is there a mix? What can you tell us about that?
So the positions that we have posted on our website, they are all full-time positions.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. So again, this is tomorrow. Remind people where, when.
So we will be at the Bahama Convention Center tomorrow, Saturday the 14th, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you can come in at any time. We'll all be there to assist and share information.
Yeah. People always, I guess, wonder this, but do they need to come in like business attire?
So you don't have to come in your 3-piece suit, but
Okay.
come professionally
They coming in
dressed
that
and comfortable. Yes. So, some smart casual, relaxed business clothing.
What will the setup be like? Describe it to us. Is it going to be
Alright.
different booths?
Yes, so it will be an experience. It's not just a regular job fair. We have brought the different departments to life. We have different portals set up. So you'll come in and you'll see a lifeguard chair. You'll see a cabana. You'll see some engineering stuff, to make you feel like you're actually experiencing, what it would be like working in that area. And we'll also have a host. We have a very fun host.
Yeah, cruise director at your job fair?
You've been following us. Yeah, so we have a host that's going to keep the event live, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be engaging. It's an experience. You have to be there to experience it.
Nice.
Somebody's asking again. Repeat those positions that are open. It's a long list, but
yes,
I guess maybe slow it down a little bit.
Okay. So we have some administrative roles. So that's finance, that's HR, some office administrators. We also have in engineering department, that's the HVAC technicians, the plumbers, the painters, the electricians. We have inventory management. We have in operations. We have housekeeping, Ghana attendants, beach club attendants, guest services. So yes, but to get the full listing, you can go on the website, Celebration Key, KEY, grandbahama.com/Carez.
Now you're kind of coming to reach out to find people. Have people been coming to find you since the announcement?
Yes.
Are there
Everywhere
Are there
I go.
Grand Bahamians like all over the place who were like, I need something in Grand Bahama?
Yes, a lot of Grand Bahamians express that they're so excited to have a chance and an opportunity and a reason to come home. So yes, they
Wow.
have been trying to reach us.
Good.
And so that's why we're everywhere trying to get the word out.
Give us an idea of that timeline again. I know it's next year, but what are we looking at
so we're set to
specifically?
open in summer 2025. Construction is well underway. So by the end of November, we're looking to have most of our senior team on board. And then by January, February next year, the line staff and supervisors will start to trickle in. And by March, beginning of April, everyone should be hired and ready to go into training and onboarding to be ready for opening day in summer.
Now will the senior team be at this brand spanking new office that
yes.
y'all opened? So it's kind of people split between different
Yes,
places.
so we have some of the team in the downtown area, and
Right.
most of the operational team would be at the site.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Let people know how big a deal this is for Carnival and how many ships are going to be visiting Celebration Key, what the plan is. What do we know so far?
So far we know that we will have about, I think it's 2,000 passengers per day, and we have ships every day visiting the location. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
Grand
It's
Bahama,
happening.
Grand Bahama going from a couple thousand a year to a couple million.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
that's the work
happening.
going on
This
now.
is the work going
Yeah.
on.
Wow.
So yeah.
Hey,
We got to
this
get
is
the people.
very
We got to get the
exciting.
talent in the door.
Very, very
to greet our
exciting.
guests in summer 2025.
All right. So let us remind everybody about tomorrow and what they need to be doing. Ronald?
Tomorrow, what? Our job fair will be at the the Bahama Ballroom Convention Center from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And to repeat that address for the job listings, we have about 90 job postings on our website. So that's Celebration Key, as in KEY, grandbahama.com/careers. Again, Celebration Key, grandbahama.com/careers.
Yes, and how could I forget the lifeguards? Yes,
Yeah.
we need a lot of lifeguards also. So if you're a lifeguard, come
A
out.
lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Pools and beach. It's like
Yes,
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
pools and beach.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay. Somebody's asking about IT.
Yes, sorry, we
yeah.
do have IT
Mhm.
roles.
Yeah.
We do have a few IT roles, and that falls under the engineering department. So those guys will be there tomorrow also.
Wow. Journalists? That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a big joke.
Any radio show?
Right, exactly. We need an announcer. No. All right.
Yeah, I hope I've seen hospitality job
Yes.
fairs around this island, and I hope you're prepared. I mean, people come to try their hands out. Usually a lot of people.
Yeah, so we have the entertainment sector. The food and beverage vendor will be there, our third-party vendor.
okay.
So they will be there with a whole nother list of positions that we didn't even mention. So
Wow.
yes, the bus boys, the chefs, the cooks. Yeah, we're looking for all of that.
How long should people expect to be there? Should they come for one and expect to be there till 5, or can they come at 4:30 and still?
Yes, so
get
you
in?
can
Yeah.
come at 4 and still catch up with the team. You don't have to come when the rush is there at 1. But the welcome and the little opening ceremony, if you want to catch that'll be at 1. But if you just want to pop in and meet the team, sign up and leave, that's fine also.
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds like an event. So
It is.
people might stay.
Very exciting. Again, if you can't make it,
If you can't
tomorrow.
make it, you can apply online at celebrationkeygrandbahama.com/Carez. And you can also visit us in Abaco. We'll be there next.
Oh, wow. When is that? When is that going to be?
Abaco is on Monday the 16th at the Abaco Beach Resort from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So the team will be in Abaco.
All right, Marielle and Ronald, the text messages keep coming in. Someone's saying, okay, what about handicrafts? If I make crafts, is there positions and opportunity for me? What can I
So
do?
that would probably be considered like a business opportunity with the company. And if you want information on that, you can also come and get information
tomorrow.
on that too.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. So we have a business workshop going on for small businesses learning how to do business with Carnival and Celebration Key. And that's ongoing in Freeport. We have a few more workshops to go. We had one yesterday. So that's another opportunity too.
So if you're listening and you haven't heard what your field is, but you have an idea that might work, can you come out there and make a pitch or something?
Yeah, you can come.
Yeah?
We welcome all ideas. Yes, come out and just speak to the team. You just never know.
Okay, so
That's
this is
great.
a day for opportunities.
Yes,
tomorrow.
a day for opportunities.
My goodness. Okay, let people again know what's happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow we are at the Bahama Hotel Convention Center, and you can visit us from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Celebration Key team is on the ground, and we're ready to meet you.
Nice.
Come for the experience.
It's great stuff and desperately needed for Grand Bahama.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is wonderful. Again, tomorrow, 1 to 5 p.m. at Bahama, the Celebration Key Job Fair. For Carnival.
I just want to one more question.
Go
but
ahead.
If for people who will have to relocate, are you given I know you said some kind of housing assistance? Does that mean help finding places as well?
So we will have housing available.
Oh, housing is available.
Yes, for employees. Yes, and then also, you want to visit home sometimes on a break, so we'll assist with you getting back home also.
Bye, Dwight.
Making this very easy.
Yes.
A very easy decision.
You just have to apply.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Great stuff. Again, Marielle Johnson and Ronald Stubbs Jr. with Carnival and the Celebration Key Job Fair tomorrow at Bahama 1 to 5.
Yes, come meet the team.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Nice.
Great stuff.
Yeah,
All right. Keep us posted as well on
I
how
will.
things go. As Grand Bahama desperately needs something, a boost. We're going to take a break and be back with more Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Do you know someone who is a champion for peace? A person who embodies and encourages cooperation, mutual respect, and justice, and creates a safe environment in which everyone can flourish? Well, guess what? You have from now until September 30th to visit our website, characterdaybahamas.org, and nominate that special person for a chance to be honored as a hidden hero.
Earning zero interest on your savings at the bank? With as little as $100, you can start earning interest on your money while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank with the CFAL Savings Express Plan. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit cfal.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
Are you tired of the same old 5K runs? Want something more? Then get ready for the Chick-Charney Challenge City Run on September 28th, starting at Crypto Wild. Test your strength, stamina, and spirit. It takes all of you to dodge, climb, conquer obstacles as you race through the heart of the city. Lace up and get to the Chick-Charney Challenge City Run. Register now on our website, chickcharneychurn.com, or on our social media pages. Brought to you by Colina, Island Yogurt, Advantage Insurance, Art of Graphics, Crypto Wild, and Guardian Radio 96.9.
Do you know a fisher who braves the seas every day, bringing home a catch that feeds our communities? Nominate them now for the Anchor Awards, a night dedicated to celebrating the unsung heroes of our waters. On November 16th at the Bahama Resort, we're shining a spotlight on those who make waves, both big and small. Visit the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources Facebook page and click on the link provided to submit your nomination. Let's give our fishers the recognition they deserve.
All those loans I had were so overwhelming. Fidelity's debt consolidation loan combined all my loan payments into one easy payment with a built-in savings plan that pays me unbeatable interest. It's time to make that move to Fidelity. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you. Wishing for some extra cash this summer? Enter Esso's Summer Wins promotion. Esso is giving you the chance to win 3 incredible cash prizes: $2,000, $2,500, and the grandest prize of them all, $5,000. To enter, simply fuel up with $25 or more, write your contact information on the back of your receipt, and you'll be eligible to win. 10 lucky customers will also have a chance to participate in convenience store sweepstakes. Promotion ends September 29th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Like and follow Sol Petroleum on Facebook for more details.
Back to school is around the corner. Move to the top of the class with this amazing Scotiabank Back to School credit card offer. You could win your share of prize money valuing $10,000 when you spend $150 or more on any Scotiabank credit card to purchase books, uniforms, technology items, or other academic items. 10 lucky customers will each win $2,000 in cash back towards their purchases. Promotion runs July 12th through September 30th, 2024. October 11th, 2024.
Ready to save? You can put $100 into the CFAL Savings Express Plan and make sure your money keeps growing. Earn interest on your savings while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit cfal.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation. Chester Cooper says that the government will execute heads of agreement this month for major touristic developments that will total more than $1 billion. While Cooper did not mention the names of any specific project yesterday, the government signed HOAs for 2 projects in the Abacos with a collective value just shy of $400 million. Cooper made the remarks while delivering the keynote address at the Bahamas Business Investment Forum and the University Club at the University Club of Washington, D.C. He told the attendees of $10 billion in investments his government has attracted to the Bahamas in the 3 years since coming to office, inviting those in the room to become part of this new cohort of investors. The Bahamas National Statistical Institute, the BNSI, report for June 2024 showing that compared to June of last year, inflation increased by 0.3%. The BNSI report explains that the categories contributing to this year-on-year increase included miscellaneous goods and services, which increased 4.7%, education up 4.2%, food and non-alcoholic beverages up 2.9%, and health, which increased 2.9%. The report says that the inflation rate declined on a month-to-month basis in April through June. The decline was preceded by a 1.3 percentage point increase in inflation between February and March. Some gas stations may close down next week, Wednesday, in order for owners and their staff to take part in an approved protest in front of Parliament. Bahamas Petroleum Dealers Association President Raymond Jones telling Guardian Business that when his members head to Bay Street to protest at the next sitting of Parliament, some stations may close down for the day. Some of the members may decide to close for this protest. The BPDA says that the last time gas stations striked one of its dealers, Shell decided not to participate. Jones says that all they want is 25 cents added onto the cost of gasoline per gallon, confirming that there is a protest for the coming Wednesday, again at the next sitting of the House of Assembly. And the Bahamas Investment Authority has processed $9 billion worth of investments over the course of 3 years, according to Director of Investments, Felicia Hannah Woods. You can read his Guardian Business section. Overseas aircraft assembly workers walked off the job early today at Boeing factories near Seattle and elsewhere after union members voted overwhelmingly to go on strike and reject a tentative contract that would have increased wages by 25% over 4 years. The strike started at 12:01 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, less than 3 hours after the local branch of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers announced 94.6% of voting workers rejected the proposed contract and 96% approved the work stoppage, easily surpassing a two-thirds requirement. The labor action involves 33,000 Boeing machinists, most of them in Washington state, and is expected to shut down production of the company's best-selling airline planes. The strike will not affect commercial flights, but represents another setback for the aerospace giant, whose reputation and finances have been battered by manufacturing problems and multiple federal investigations this year. Chinese authorities have banned the accounting firm PwC for 6 months and fined it over 400 million won, or $56.4 million, over its involvement in the audit of collapsed property developer Evergrande. The punishment is the heaviest yet for international accounting firms operating in China. PwC is banned from signing off on any financial results in the country for 6 months. Already, it has been losing clients. China's Ministry of Finance saying in a statement today that it was imposing the $16.3 million fine and confiscating illegal gains of PwC Yongtian, also known as PwC China, as well as a 6-month business suspension, revocation of PwC's Gangshu branch, and an administrative warning. A separate regulator, the China Securities Regulatory Commission, also imposed fines and confiscations totaling $45.8 million on PwC for allegedly failing to perform due diligence in the audit of Evergrande. More from China. Starting next year, China will raise its retirement age for workers, which is now among the youngest in the world's major economies. This in an effort to address its shrinking population and aging workforce. The Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, the country's legislature, passing the new law today after a sudden announcement earlier in the week that it was reviewing the measure. The policy change will be carried out over 15 years, with the retirement age for men raised to 63 and for women to 55 or 58, depending on their jobs. The current retirement age for men is 60 and 50 for women, and 55 for women doing white-collar work. The previous retirement ages were set in the 1950s, when life expectancy was only around 40 years. The policy will be implemented starting in January. The change will take effect progressively based on people's birth dates. And top Biden administration officials Thursday discussed the future of artificial intelligence at a meeting with a group of executives from OpenAI, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and other companies. The focus was on building data centers in the United States and the infrastructure needed to develop the technology. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre telling reporters that the meeting focused on increasing public-private collaboration and the workforce and permitting needs of the industry. The computer power of the sector will likely depend on reliable access to electricity, so the utility companies Exelon and AES were also part of the meeting to discuss power grid needs. The emergence of AI holds a mix of promise and peril. The automatically generated text, images, audio, and video could help to increase economic productivity, but it also has the potential to displace some workers, and it could serve as both a national security tool and a threat to guard against. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Thursday, your market movers, APD Limited moving 115 shares, closing unchanged at $44.64. Bank of the Bahamas moving 1,300, closing up 5 cents to $4. Colina Holdings moving 20,300, unchanged at $11.30. Focall moving 6,400, up 16 cents to $5.58. Consolidated Water up 8 cents, closing at $5.08. Emira Incorporated up 24 cents, closing at $9.50. The BISX All-Share Index closing at 2,955.88, up 0.53. That's your Market Watch. And that is your morning business report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. We are back with Morning Glen Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight, Strachan, Chester Hobart sticking around on this final day of the week. Okay, so the story in the Guardian Business section, gas stations may close on Wednesday to protest outside Parliament. And this is what we've been hearing. The Petroleum Retailers Association, the petroleum dealers have been threatening to amp up their displeasure with the government, as it's been what, almost 2 years now. They're requesting this maybe more margin increase as their costs escalate, and so Wednesday many might be closed as the dealers and employees march to they'll be in Parliament outside of the House of Assembly, which will be back in session. The president of the association says they just want 25 cents. 25 cents, that's what they've been asking for, added on to the price of a gallon. A gallon of fuel. Okay, let's get your reaction to that. 25 cents is not a small amount there. 25 cents.
Well,
wow. And right now...
It's a double-edged sword, though. This whole conversation about the margins and the retailers and how their costs are rising, but the amount of money they can make isn't kind of rising.
Right.
They're talking about layoffs. They're talking about closing down, which they're going to do Wednesday anyway. So, business has to make sense for business people.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get your reaction right now. Gas is ranging from $5.45 to $5.35 to $5.60. But 25 cents. Okay, let's get your reaction. 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. And this story notes that there was at least one group of companies that didn't seem to participate in the last demonstration they had. And I don't think it's any surprise. But hey, we'll see what happens on Wednesday. Good morning, caller. What say you on all of this?
I want to speak to Mrs. Strachan, please.
Okay, we're on the air right now, live. Are you talking about what the petroleum dealers are threatening to do, or you have this is something else?
Mrs. Strachan, I just want to thank you. I don't know if you remember me, but I called you a few days ago in reference and
BTC.
They dug out in front of my house.
Okay.
From Monastery Park.
You got sorted out.
Yeah, I just want to thank you. I got sorted out. I don't know if they heard me when I was speaking, but some of my friends told me they heard me.
Yes.
So
okay.
They came the next day and
Wonderful.
they corrected it.
Excellent. Glad that happened.
It's power, and you got power. Can I ask you something? You have any Cat Island connections?
Rum Key.
Cat Island roots?
Rum Key.
Okay,
it's Rum
they
Key
have
straw.
a place in Cat Island named Strachan Hill.
Well, they say that all the Strachan's are related, the Rum Key and the Cat Island ones, but this is the Rum Key one. Yeah.
Well, I just call and thank you. A lot of people don't call back. You remember the parable with Jesus? They say, we had 9, there was 10 lepers, and one came back to thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, okay. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yes. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
And a good weekend.
You as well. And they're listening,
How
definitely.
lovely was that?
And so that's good to hear. Okay. Well, I wish they'd listened about some other things that we say that we'd like to see done.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe if we keep talking about it, they won't ignore it. Continue to call in, folks. 323-6232. We'll start with this. Anyway, 325-4316. 325-4259. Toll free 242-300-5720. You all in the business section ran a story a few weeks ago. I saved it. I got to find it. Where the Dealers Association, they're saying that they in a meeting with the Prime Minister that he agreed to this. I'd not heard that before, but that's really, but yet it hasn't happened. But that's surprising.
That is, yeah.
Yeah? Because had you heard that?
No. Agreed to it.
But, I mean, you talk while I try to find out.
They had come to some kind of understanding, I understand, that I understand. I don't remember exactly what it was, but nothing's been implemented.
Right.
And, I think the government is still concerned that this is going to be a huge hit to the Bahamian population, to their wallets. So, they're not keen on doing that.
Right. Is this the story here? Okay, so listen to this. This is a story by your colleague, Yuri Kemba, our colleague. Raymond Jones, the Bahamas Petroleum Dealers Association, is it dealers or retailers? Anyway, told Guardian Business that his members met last week and are beyond the point of frustration. They're calling on the government to take action on the agreed per gallon margin increase. Jones said, quote, "We should not have to be a society where it takes a shutdown and disruption to get the government's attention to do something that we recognize and they recognize needs to be done." Jones said that the BPDA, I think it's retailers.
I think it's
retailers. Anyway. Met with Prime Minister Philip Davis and the Minister of Economic Affairs, Michael Halkitis. He noted that both of them had agreed to increase the fixed margin for gasoline by 25 cents and for diesel by 16 cents. Now, since nobody's asked for a retraction to this, or that it must be true, right? This was September 2nd, so it was last week. 25 cents and 16 cents for diesel, adding that after they consulted cabinet, they would come back to the association. Well, maybe that's the problem.
Oh, well, that's the problem. Yeah.
I don't know. With the latter diesel rate to take effect after drivers got used to the 25-cent margin increase. Well, that also is going to be a problem, I'm sure. Okay. So it would not come as a shock to the motoring public.
That ain't in black and white, except for in the newspaper.
Oh, boy. Well, they could say they went to cabinet and cabinet said, heck no, my voters won't go for that. So I don't know, Mr. Jones. I don't know.
No can do.
Oh boy. Anyway, the government did give us some assistance when they provided some relief with a VAT refund, but all that did was we got a few dollars that cleared off our outstanding VAT payments because our business licenses were overdue because we couldn't afford to pay it because we were not making money. Jones continued, quote, "So they gave us some money, but they took their money first before they gave us some money. So if they want to do that again, that's fine, but we need to address this systemic problem in the industry, and that is with the fuel margin. Petroleum retailers have been vocal with successive governments on a margin increase, having first being brought up, bringing up the matter back in 2020, August 2020. So it's almost 4 years now. Wow. Vasco Bastian, the vice president of the association, who had been asking the previous Menace administration for at least a 40% margin increase, along with converting the current formula to a percentage-based margin. Jones says the association has since scrapped the idea of a percentage-based margin measurement and has come to the solution where the margin would go up by just 25 cents for a gallon of gasoline and 16 cents for diesel. He said, when you look at the price of fuel, the average now is $5.50 at the pump. It was $7.30 2 years ago. When was that? Did I sleep through that one? $7.30. Well, the Family Island say. There was no way I was buying gas for $7.30.
You see some stuff in the Family
Not
Islands.
going to happen. No way. I mean, he says average, so maybe that's taking into account the Family Islands. But I mean, seriously, it would be time to walk if it's $7.30. What? Anyway, people cried and they complained, and they still drove their cars. Drive it off a cliff. Okay. And people are paying more at the grocery store and at the whim of the retailers, not due to inflation. What? No, this is a serious claim. The prices in some cases in the grocery stores are above the inflation impact. But if you need to eat and drink, you pay for it. Now, grocery stores are saying they are having profitable years. Well, we want a margin increase to make a profit that allows us to survive. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Again, let's get your reaction to that. Continue to call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796. Okay, this texter says here, if the gas stations all close, okay, they're making jokes. We'll be selling gas by Dwight and Chester's house.
What?
What? I don't know. Anyway, jokes. Okay. Please give them the 25 cents and take it from what the government takes.
So that's
what people have been saying that for many years.
Right? Yo, why don't you all calm down on the amount of money you're making from taxpayers?
Give them what you make from VAT, huh?
Yeah, that's
right. But that has been suggested many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely the government is
they have been
not willing to budge on that one.
Debo that idea. It's my bike now.
The government is concerned about the impact on pocketbooks, really? After they gave Pike and Shell the go-ahead to quadruple electricity costs? Well, I don't think that's accurate what you're saying there. It's not about Pike yet. What we're seeing is all of their own making.
Yep.
So no, you can't put it on them for that one. But the other things, sure, certainly. Did you see your latest bill, by the way? Is it still as bad as last month?
I've not seen my latest bill yet.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. So, oh boy.
Mine went down in fear, though.
$20.
I was going to say, that's good, but no.
20. But that's me. I've been turning everything off like a psychopath.
I've been trying.
So, deciding, hey, it's okay if this room is a sauna while I'm here for now. I'll turn the AC on a little bit later.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I'll sit under a tree for a bit.
When the sky gets cloudy and the rain starts to fall, I'm like, turn that off.
Well, the power might go off anyway, so
that's true.
This person says here, Dwight and Chester Petroleum should be tax-free from start to finish. That's my take. Well, okay, you are radical. That's wild. You, boy, get yourself in some countries talking like that. Get yourself put in prison. But wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice?
Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing well.
I'm calling in concern on some stuff that I invent. Very important. Right? I invent something called a super mega tank. Right? That's to stop climate change from the water from rising. Right? Now the government and people all over the world trying to figure out how to find something for climate change, for storm. But I invent something, and I get the solution for that. Stop the water from rising. I think the world needs to know about that. And I choose to go on your show to do it on.
Oh, well, special. Okay. Are you going to have a launch and you're going to have an exhibition so people can see it?
I'd like for me and you to meet personally when we get your number. So, you can't disclose certain things with no copyright and these things on the air. So I'd like to meet you personally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me put you on hold, and the producer will get your information, and they'll contact you. Thanks for sharing this information. Very.
And my name is Marcus Bailey.
Okay, all right. Hold on for us for a second, producer. You can.
All right, give me your number.
Okay. You can get his number, producer, and then we'll. Yeah. It's Friday the 13th. Dwight, considering you have the power to make BPL move the next day, no, that was just shame. And there's BTC and BPL apparently. But anyway, since you have the power to make them move, what happened? Okay. And you are the unofficial local government for Nassau. Not at all. Not at all. Whoa, boy, not this place. Can you kindly ask the Ministry of Works to fix Yamacraw Hill Road? There are many potholes, and the growth of the tree roots this has damaged the roads and caused the pavement to lift. Yeah, it's kind of messy out there.
Yamacraw Hill Road.
Wait, do they still have that giant...
in the cut where
there was a big old thing.
Where the hill is cut through?
No.
That used to be bad.
Huh?
But it is potholey.
The perimeter one, that from Eastern Road it comes around. That's Yamacraw.
Oh.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about something.
Wow. There was a big thing there a few weeks back. You had to really
wasn't that paved?
Slow down.
Kind of recently?
When they moved the trees, the casuarina trees, but the roots are still there causing tons of problems. But it needs work. I suspect they know. They're in the middle of a paving campaign, so they may get to it soon. But I know it's not fun. I hope they fixed that ditch to Australia on in front of Greycliff. That thing.
I haven't seen
it.
They
fixed that. That's a mess. Okay. This texter says here, as it relates to the petroleum gas retailers, I think an inspection should be done concerning the watering down of gas. Now, stop it. That's not happening. Before they ask for an increase, because the number of liters you get for $5 isn't even enough to start a car. Wow. Well, you going back between liters and gallons. Boy. Speaking of metric and not knowing what we do here. Do you think people think the speed limit on East-West Highway and Independence Drive is 45 kilometers per hour? Because I don't understand what I'm seeing every day.
Well, a lot of the cars that they drive,
right? They probably don't know.
They see 45 and they go up to it.
Oh man, because
they don't do the conversion.
I got to figure out what it is. What would that be? Kilometers per hour. That makes sense because they're certainly driving 27 miles per hour, and I'm blowing my horn and flashing my lights at them. I'm the crazy person blowing my horn at you when you're on East-West Highway going 25 miles per hour because you're very annoying. The speed limit is 45, and you don't have to go 45, but you really shouldn't be going 25. And you and your friend in the car in the lane next to you, both doing 25, blocking up the rest of us.
Are they on the phone typically?
I don't know what they're doing, but they're just having a little old cruise doing 20, 25 in a 45. It's very annoying. Maybe they're trying to conserve gas. I understand if that's what it is, because gas is expensive. But
some crazy person was on the phone, almost wiped me out yesterday.
And they don't even know.
I made it known.
Oh.
With my horn.
No, they don't hear it. They don't hear it.
I mean, they came out of the second exit from Arawaki. Pawtuski. So you got the first one that could go by Bristol, and then the second one that could take you further east.
Right.
Man, he didn't even stop. Came straight out of the second one. Almost hit me. I had to swerve into the next lane. Wow. Thank God nothing was on the side.
Very lucky.
My baby in the car.
Oh no.
I'm so angry. These people are crazy.
Scary. Very scary out there, folks. And I don't know. Are people not getting tickets for being on the phone or something? Because the people, it's like nobody cares. They've got it under. You could see them from a mile away. They got their head tilted. They got the phone under their neck.
Or they're reading something.
Yeah, right. And texting, like, this is a serious text. So be safe out there, folks, this weekend if you're on the roads. And we're going to look forward to talking with you again next week. Chester Robards, thank you for sticking around.
Thank you.
This Friday. I'll see you next week. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday. But I'll be back on Monday with more of the show. Don't forget the job fair at Bahama for Carnival Celebration Key, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. And stick around for Guardian Radio. A whole lot of new stuff coming. Our premiere week continues. Part 2 next week, beginning on Sunday. A new Sunday lineup beginning at 4 p.m. And some new shows, including Remark with Garth Roseborough at 5. So stick around for that. And new shows, new seasons beginning on Monday throughout the week. We'll hear more about that on Monday. Have a great one, everybody. On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.